Morning peeps, I'm back again, and second time I've done this one. First time the sound quality was not up to scratch. I went on to have a look at my YouTube channel. Someone left a comment on there saying that the bar in FPL is pretty low, and I managed to go under it because it was that bad. The sound quality was useless. And I take note of what my subscribers tell me. Even if they're trying to slag me off, I take note of it. So I've gone and done it again, and I've deprived you lot of an excellent video, very funny, all because this little prick didn't like the sound quality, but I've bent over backwards to accommodate him. That's the kind of person I am, peeps. I get along with everybody, and I want it to be just right, for you lot. So the reason I'm here is because transfers have been made, pricks have been removed, and it's all go. A lot's happened since the last time I talked to you, which is all of 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago. Do you remember how I had the 9 points on the Saturday, and the week was looking grim, and it got so much better, and I ended up with a green arrow in the end. And Flecken happened after that video, didn't it? I was saying what a roller coaster ride the game week was, and it got even worse. It was like the blooming roller coaster came off the rails almost, didn't it? And Flecken on 12 points, then down to 8 points, then down to 4 points, all within the space of 2 minutes or 4 minutes. And unlike most of you Flecken owners, I'm not too bothered because I've got Robinson in my team, and Robinson got an assist for that second goal, so I lost 4 Flecken points for that, but I gained 4 Robinson points, and I'd rather have Robinson points than Flecken points, to be honest, because I think he's less of a template Charlie than even Flecken is. But anyway, the reason I'm on here today is to tell you about my transfers, because you'll remember from last week that I bought in Fernandes because I was going to bypass Salah altogether. And I bought in Fernandes thinking that Fernandes can match Salah for those next 4 fixtures. And I think he can. He's already one ahead. He got 1 more point than Salah this week. And with his next 3 fixtures, Ipswich, Leicester and Everton, I think he can actually match Salah. But there's a few things that have happened to change my plans. My original plan was just to change Calvert-Lewin into a cheap attacker, and take out Haaland next week for Jackson and bring in Saka for Johnson. But a lot's changed since then, peeps. A lot's changed. Ooh, very sore, very sore. And the main thing that's changed, firstly, Johnson got quite a few points. He looked good. Whereas when I made my original transfer, both him and Solanke looked rubbish, didn't they? Rubbish. The whole team was useless. But what's really changed is today's Champions League, where Liverpool thrashed Leverkusen 4-0, and now appear on a, they look like the best team in the country now, don't they, basically. And Man City lost 4-1. Haaland missed a penalty and missed other golden chances, and generally is proving day by day that he is not in form. City are proving that they really are in trouble. Pep is right when he says they're in trouble, because they are. They're rubbish. And, well, they're not total rubbish, but they're not 15.4 million striker good. So I thought I'd better, he's going to drop in price again today. And unlike you lot, I only just got him 2 weeks ago. So I paid 5.4 for him. So every time his price goes down 0.1, I lose 0.1. And with the fixtures that they've got, it's scary. I don't want to be the one holding the baby, and when everyone else has sold him, and I end up keeping him and watching his price drop and drop and drop and drop. It's just not worth it, because you look at his, where's his bloody fixtures gone, peeps? We'll go on to plan. Let's go on plan. I went up nearly 1 million, by the way, just for getting 59, which goes to prove a point that I told you before, that ranks are changing so fast that they're basically meaningless from 1 week to the next, because one green arrow, you get 1 million places improve your rank. It wasn't even that big a green arrow. Like 59 was good, but there were people getting 79 or 69 or whatever. No, no, peeps, no, don't go there. Right, so let's see. So I decided that rather than take out Calvert-Lewin this week, which was my original plan, but I'd fast forward my plans. So I don't want to captain Haaland this week. To my mind, he's definitely no longer captainable the way they're playing. He can't be trusted. I don't think we can trust him now. You know, Brighton aren't going to be that easy for him. And I think now that there's chinks in their armour, teams are going to be more confident against them now. And they've lost that aura of invincibility. And they're going to struggle, I think. Teams are going to work out how to get at them without Rodri there. So we'll see. I mean, I looked at his price, which has already dropped 0.1, and I thought, well, away at Brighton, today's events are going to increase his sales massively, I think. Then they've got Tottenham, which was a good fixture for them, supposedly, according to people. But I think it's a good people it's a good fixture for are Solanke and Son and Johnson, because City are looking, like I said, very vulnerable. And then they're away at Liverpool, and Liverpool are going to fancy that, I think. I'd much rather have Salah for that one than Haaland. And then Liverpool have got nice green fixtures. Where are we? I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, Liverpool have got nice green fixtures after that. Cities are still mixed. And it's not until game week 18, really, that City's fixtures pick up. And he's easy to bring back again. You know, I might well bring him back. But I decided he had to go. I brought forward my plans. So what I've done, I've taken out Haaland. Mainly for self-preservation. I just don't want to lose all that money. I could lose seriously, I could lose 0.3 or 0.4 over the next couple of weeks. So, and the other thing that's happened is my original plan of getting in Saka for Johnson now doesn't look quite so good, because Johnson's fixtures and his form suddenly look better. You know, the worse City get, the easier that fixture against Man City becomes. And Saka himself, I think Rice is injured now, so he's not as desirable as he thought he was. And Fernandes got 10 points, so I can't remove him. So makes sense just to get rid of him. Get rid of Haaland. So what I did to get Salah in, I've had to take Rodgers out. And Rodgers, I am sick of being on my bench when he gets points. It's all very well having a good player like Rodgers, but if he spends most of his time on your bench getting the points, then it's not really worth it. So I stick Salah in, put Calvert-Lewin on the bench for a week, and then decide at my leisure who to bring in, because Brighton have got good fixtures coming up, so Welbeck or João Pedro, or the Bournemouth striker. There's three I can choose to bring in for Calvert-Lewin. But I thought, what's the rush? I mean, look at this starting team I've got here this week. All 7 attackers are at home. And the real differential still is Fernandes. He's still very lightly owned. I could even captain him this week. But I'm thinking I don't need to captain him to get a good rank boost if he scores, because he's still quite a big differential. I could captain Salah. Or I could captain Solanke, or even Johnson maybe. Or even Cunha. I mean, they're all captainable this week, aren't they? So I don't have to captain Salah just because I brought him in. But the other thing, of course, is that Tottenham scores 3 against Villa. So that's changed since my original plan of not getting Salah. And I'm thinking Villa aren't quite as good as their league position suggests, I think. So, you know, I'm not afraid to change my mind. I was going to go without Salah. But the good thing is I've got Salah and Fernandes now. I mean, that midfield is stacked, isn't it? Absolutely stacked. So what we're going to do now, peeps, is we're going to go to do something different now. We're going to go to FPL Review. We're going to have a look at FPL Review. A light-hearted look and see what FPL Review thinks I should do. You know, because it's the leader of the cartel apparently. It's a hive mind. You know, it's like Hal on Space Odyssey 2001. You know, it's kind of leading them, taking over, peeps. It's taking them over. You know, the likes of FPL Andy and Bakar. They all bought Ray Haaland, didn't they, this week? Or Jimenez. They all bought him in. And I watched that game actually, and I thought, why have they all bought him in? Because he was shit. He really was. He was. I thought they've all bought him in. Villa's fixtures turn soon anyway, and they've got Muniz as well. You know, so he already does have a couple of bad games. Muniz is going to, and even if he doesn't have a bad game, he's still going to get replaced by Muniz during the game. And I thought these guys were all about ex-mins and all that. You know, but they all bought him in. So we'll have a quick look, light-hearted look, and we'll give it a review. We'll review. So I'll put my number in. So if you want to check out my team ever, this is my number that you can put in FPL to get my team up. What is it? I can't remember it myself. Right, so that's it there, 268700. So we'll load the page and see how we get on. Come on FPL Review, let me in. Right. Here we are. So it's loaded my team up. This must be my team for next week. Captain Haaland. Rodgers first on the bench. So that's what it's suggesting. This is the thing. This is why I'm getting rid of Rodgers, because half the time he's only on the bench anyway. And he is good. I mean, he's decent enough. But I want 5 really banging midfielders, you know. And he's not quite that level, is he? I mean, he's okay. But so what we're going to do now, this is the free version, so it only looks 3 weeks ahead. But I'm going on the transfer solver. And what we're going to do, we'll put it on the heaviest one. This is the one where it like thinks the longest, you know. So we're going to give it a chance to show what it can do. And see what it suggests. It wants me to get rid of my favourite little defender, look, Robinson. It wants me to get rid of Robinson and get Dalot this week. It doesn't want me to get rid of that prick Calvert-Lewin or chuck Haaland out. It wants me to get Dalot. Well, Dalot's useful, I think. He's a good little defender, isn't he? He's, I think I prefer the other one, though, Mazraoui. But maybe this knows better. But Dalot's certainly a decent pick, I think, for the next few. Ipswich and Leicester and Everton. But I'll tell you what isn't a good pick, peeps. It's this little prick underneath. Look at this. It wants me to get Martinez in. Well, I'll tell you, he's a dirty little fucker. And I would not let him anywhere near my team. He nearly maimed Palmer at the weekend. It's not the first time he's done it. He's taken out quite a few players in the past. He's just a dirty little fucker. He really is. I wouldn't let him anywhere near my... He should have been sent off the other day. I tell you, he's the biggest prick in the fucking league. Really. Shocking little individual. Wants me to get rid of Pau Torres and bring him in. I know Pau Torres is useless. And I only got him in my team because everybody else went with Conza. So I thought I'll get the other one in. But it was a bit of a lazy pick, to tell the truth. But he's alright though, he can stay on my bench. But yeah, this is what it wants me to do basically. It wants me to get a Man United defender in. For one of those two. But why it would, yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed, peeps, not impressed. So we're going to, it's still thinking anyway. It might come up with something better. We shall see. Well, wait a minute and find out what it suggests, you know, because it's working hard here. And it's going to come up with a blinding plan for me. Absolutely blinding, no doubt. So we'll see. Come on, FPL Review, get a move on. You ain't got all day. You know, people got things to do. People to see. And they haven't got time for this nonsense. You know, it's almost as bad as listening to somebody talking about XG for half an hour and sending you all to sleep. So it better be coming up with something good, because it's taking a long time. Has it died on us? Or is it still thinking? I don't know, peeps. I really don't. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I must say I'm relieved to have got rid of Haaland. And there's not even the slightest fear about him getting points. I know he's got 70% ownership still, but a lot of that is dead teams. And most active managers have got rid of him by now, or he will be next week. So, like I said, why not go a week early? Because I don't think that fixture at Brighton's particularly brilliant. Right, I'm getting sick of this, peeps. I'm going to give up in a minute. How long does it normally take? Get on with it, computer. Let's refresh you, little fucker. Oh, jeez. It's led me down a rabbit hole, isn't it? And I'm going to have to do the whole thing again. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Is it going to do the same thing again? I'll tell you what we'll do this time, peeps. We'll do a quicker one, shall we? See if it suggests anything different. So we won't let it go so long. Medium. Won't keep us up all day. No wonder they leave their transfers to the last minute, because it spends all week blooming finding them. So it doesn't seem to have made much difference. Same transfers. Look, Johnson to Rashford. It wants me to do Johnson to that little prick Rashford. You know, hit the post Rashford. Deprive Fernandez of assist Rashford. That Rashford. It wants me to get him in. It doesn't even want to get me to get that little prick Ganacho. It wants me to get Rashford. Well, it must have heard me. Look, it's taking it off. Didn't like being abused. But there's no way Johnson to Rashford when Johnson's got Ipswich. I know Man United have got Leicester, but even so, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised now if Rashford goes and scores after me saying that. But it's letting me down here, isn't it? Because it's not working properly. I don't know. Here, finally. It's ruined my video, peeps. You know, it doesn't want it to go out, does it? It's a hive mind at work. So the best line for me this week is to do nothing. What the? It didn't. We see what it wants me to do next week. Johnson to Odegaard. I'll tell you what, peeps. If it thinks Johnson to Odegaard's a good idea, then this thing has blown a fuse. You know, there's smoke coming out the back. It's whirling round in circles, going Odegaard, Odegaard, Odegaard. It's gone. You know, it's completely off the grid. You know, someone's put water in, have spilt a coffee on it. Because to be honest, if it thinks Johnson to Odegaard it's a good idea, it's no wonder that the cartel are all sitting at 4 million. Because if they're following this thing, you know, no wonder they're in a state. Dear. Johnson to Odegaard. Even if Odegaard was fit, it would still be a shit move, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. And it's obviously worried about the Johnson playing Man City that week. This is why it wants to get rid of Solanke as well. But there's only one fixture. Okay, this thing's probably only thinking three weeks ahead, I guess, isn't it? So we'll give it a bit of benefit of the doubt. But the other one's Robinson to Dunk. See, it wants me to get Dunk onto Winks. It's just not going to happen. There's no way I'm getting rid of Robinson. Then it wants me to get rid of Trent and bring in Pedro Porro next week. Calvert-Lewin to Wood, that's a good one. You can't complain about that one. Then that prick Martinez wants me to bring in. Johnson to Gordon. Obviously doesn't like Johnson very much, does it? I don't know why. No idea why, peeps. So this is all the things it suggests. Look, Calvert-Lewin to Real. The favourite, Real. I'll tell you what, I really was disappointed with him the other day when I sat down and watched that match. Wants me to get Pinnock in for Harwood Bellis. I know Harwood Bellis plays for Southampton, but he's still got more blooming clean sheets than Pinnock has. Jesus Christ. And his good good fixtures are running out, Pinnock's. Madness, peeps. Robinson to Pinnock. This thing needs a good kicking. I tell you, I don't know why. Why do they... someone please tell me that the paid version's a lot better than this, because if this is the best it is, then it's absolutely garbage. Absolute garbage, peeps. That's my review of FPL review. Is basically chuck it in the bin. The best thing you can do with FPL review is take it off your screen, because take it off your screen, get iTeam, and tinker with that and make your own transfers. Don't listen to what blooming FPL review says, because there's no way I'm taking out Robinson. Ridiculous. I'll tell you what, no, I won't even go there, peeps. I won't even go there. I've got a sore throat now. You know, it's making me ill going on there. It's giving me an infection of some sort, because that's shocking, isn't it? Really? Telling me to get rid of Johnson and bring in Rashford, and wanting me to take out my little mate Robinson. It's just not happening, peeps. When all along it should have been saying, get rid of that useless article Haaland and that prick Calvert-Lewin. But it didn't even want me to get rid of him. So anyway, I'm all looking good this week. No AI assistance involved, and that's that. So anyway, peeps, I'm off now. I've had enough. You know, I've it's given me a sore throat. I feel almost physically ill just from going on that site. You know, I think I might be coming down with something actually. Felt a bit. I went out last night to a quiz, and I only had like 3 glasses of cider, I think. But I woke up this morning. Well, I set my alarm at the wrong. It was set for 3 a.m. because that's the time I get up for the football. So I put my bloody alarm on, didn't check the time, and it woke me up at 3 a.m. And no, I don't feel right, peeps. You know, can't blame the cider. Like I said, it was only 3 glasses. They weren't litre glasses, you know what I mean? So I should be all right. But dodgy questions last night as well, peeps. I tell you, I got them all wrong. Well, my teammates did, you know. I got all mine right, but they let me down, peeps. You know, a bit like Haaland and Calvert-Lewin. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm off now. I've had enough. I need to go and lie down and give myself a good wash off of FPL review, because that was awful, wasn't it? Awful. And if they want people to join, they're going to have to like give you a bit more, show you a bit more bone than that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if the official site's like that, but I certainly wouldn't recommend using that free one to help you make your transfers. Else, like I said, you're going to end up with Martinez in your team, and no one wants that little prick anywhere near them. Believe you me, peeps. You know, he's a nasty little. You know, I see people like that every day at work. You know, every day at work, little snappy little fuckers. And most of them have got 4 legs. You know, he's only got 2 legs, but he's equally as annoying. You know what I mean, peeps? So I'm off now. I've had enough, and I'll talk to you all later. And like and subscribe, because if you subscribe, I don't have to bother chasing you up to watch it. You know, you get a nice notification saying it's there. Anyway, peeps, I'm off now, and I'll talk to you all later. Anyway, so cheers for now.